over to Investigator Brian Maass, who is downtown right now. So, Brian, I mean, you've been covering Colorado, you've been covering Denver for several years, decades now. Not trying to age you too much there, Brian, but you know, you've seen a lot of things. What are you noticing with your reporting and being downtown right now, and what this experience is really like?
Well here right now. Thousands of people, as Don was describing, here at the state capitol, had that extraordinary moment of silence that lasted for quite a few minutes, where everybody here took a knee. So it's in really good shape right now, and you hope it stays that way. No police within the perimeter right now, just a lot of people with a lot of signs, and a lot of sincerity at this point. I'm going to jump over here, and there's a young man right here I'm going to talk to real quick. Eli Cisneros from Denver.
Yeah.
Let's start with what brought you down here tonight? Why are you here?
I'm just here in support of Black Lives. To be honest, it's been rough. It's been a rough decades upon decades, to be honest. So it's been an emotional day. People are angry, people are frustrated, but people are out here to be peaceful. You know, we marched with the chief of police and a few other officers locked in arms today.
What was that like for you? What was the meaning of that for you, that the chief was, we've seen the pictures of the chief locked arms and walking. What was that like for you?
It was heavy. It was very emotional. There was a lot of tears shed, both joyful, and I know there were some people that were afraid for the police to come out originally. But they were more than respectful. You know, they came out here with the same purpose we're out here for. You know, we want to figure a way forward, and it's going to take time. But, you know, I mean, most hard things too.
You told me, I think, that you had come out another night or another day. Tell me about what your previous experience was with the protests that have taken place over the last 5 days.
The first time I came out, the air was a lot heavier. People were angry. Frustrated. This is one of the days I was with a march right before the big night of riots and looting happened, and it started off peaceful, and I don't know, it was just, like I said, the air felt heavy. There was something weird about the day.
How does it feel tonight compared to that other time when you were here?
It feels lighter, feels better. I mean, it feels like feels like we were heard. And it feels like since we were heard, the police showed up and tried to show their support in the best way that they thought they could. And it was much appreciated, and it was well received.
It sounds like that's really important to you, to be heard, for a lot of people here to be heard.
Yeah. We feel like we've just been shouting in the dark, you know, for a really long time. I'm not a part of the black community, but part of the colored community, and it's never been easy. You know, my mom taught me you have to dot your I's, cross your T's when approached by an officer of the law, because your life is at stake. You know, whether you did something wrong or not, just stay in line. And it's a different burden to carry than a lot of my friends growing up. I'm not from, you know, the inner cities or anything like that. I'm from a rural area, rural Nebraska. You know, I grew up with a bunch of white folk, and it never really bothered me, it never really dawned on me a lot of the systematic problems that we have until I left and moved to the city. And, you know, it's with social media, I don't think it's getting worse. I just think we have more eyes on it now. And now that more people can see, I hope, and I pray that we can, you know, move forward, you know, in a peaceful way. There is no reason for looting. There is no reason for rioting, but, you know, some people just don't know how to express themselves in a different manner.
So there is a curfew tonight. Will you make it a point of being out of here and on your way home and not crossing that line with the curfew? Or are you going to stay beyond that?
It's a tough call, to be honest, because I feel like
Why is that a tough call?
I feel like as Americans, we have the right to be out here, and I know the curfew is imposed because things got violent, and I understand that, and we're trying to prevent that. But I feel as long as the crowd remains peaceful and there's no rioting going on, I don't see a need to force them out of here with tear gas and rubber bullets. That just doesn't seem right to me either.
So are you going to make sure you head home by 9? It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you're going to stay around if it feels okay.
I'm still up in the air. I might wait around to see how things progress from here tonight. Like I said, it feels a lot more peaceful, feels a lot more received. And with the cops walking with us today, I hope that we don't have a repeat of this weekend. So I'll do my best to remain peaceful and try to be home. But, you know, I'm also out here to look out for my brothers and sisters as well.
Well, I can tell that really made a big impact on you, the chief walking today and other officers walking as well. I could tell that was kind of emotional for you as well.
Yeah, very much so.
What are the emotions?
Hopeful, in a way. Scared at another. You know, I'm not sure if them being out here was a publicity stunt or if it was real. You know, none of us know until, you know, we move past today. And to be honest, like, most days I'm just scared to be out here, you know, but I feel like it's our duty to be out here, you know, as a minority, as, you know, just a human being, to support the others that have been oppressed longer than maybe we have, you know. It's tough, man.
Eli, thanks very much. Really appreciate the conversation.
I appreciate it.
Eli Cisneros, who lives in Denver, he works in a sushi restaurant, one of thousands of people out here. You heard his experience. What's really interesting is how meaningful it was for him and other people that the chief of police and other officers walked with the protesters today. Very interesting to hear how meaningful that was.